Thinking about starting a new fitness or weight loss program? I've got a story you have to hear. I'm Lacey Green, a super trainer with Body. I had a client who came to me because she was really frustrated that every gym or trainer she tried made her feel bad because she was a beginner. She had tried it all, but she just felt humiliated. And that's when we started working together, and I took her through my 3-week program called For Beginners Only. Once she realized that she wasn't the problem and that she just needed the right program, she started to get results, and now she's completely unstoppable and feeling so confident. And I can do the same for you. On the Body app, subscribers lose 5 to 10 pounds consistently in their first month, and I bet you will too. And right now, I'm inviting you to sign up for a 1-year subscription to Body, and I'll give you $100 of in-home fitness equipment for free. But this is a limited time offer for the next 500 beginners who want to get started. So to get your $100 in free gear right now, just go to body.com. That's body with an I.com. Again, BODI.com. Thinking about starting a new fitness or weight loss program? I've got a story you have to hear. I'm Lacey Green, a super trainer with Body. I had a client who came to me because she was really frustrated that every gym or trainer she tried made her feel bad because she was a beginner. She had tried it all, but she just felt humiliated. And that's when we started working together, and I took her through my 3-week program called For Beginners Only. Once she realized that she wasn't the problem and that she just needed the right program, she started to get results, and now she's completely unstoppable and feeling so confident. And I can do the same for you. On the Body app, subscribers lose 5 to 10 pounds consistently in their first month, and I bet you will too. And right now, I'm inviting you to sign up for a 1-year subscription to Body, and I'll give you $100 of in-home fitness equipment for free. But this is a limited time offer for the next 500 beginners who want to get started. So to get your $100 in free gear right now, just go to body.com. That's body with an I.com. Again, BODI.com.
Yeah, in 1891, if I remember correctly. 91 and 92. Maybe it was those we are, not quite certain. Anyway, I do know that we had steamed Phil and Harry that morning. There's something about Phil and Harry that you don't forget. Delicious at the time of eating, but the aroma does linger. But anyway, it was a beautiful, sunshiny morning. The breakfast things had just been removed, and Holmes had opened all the windows, rather violently.
In the fresh air. Tension here's overpowering, not all the sleep will live in the fish market.
Holmes, do you have to be so violent?
My dear Watson, just because your olfactory nerves are notoriously atrophied.
Atrophied in the eye. I smelt that skunk of Basil last Sunday morning, didn't I?
Yes, if you hadn't, I just thought it time to call in the local undertaker.
Well, now that you've succeeded in creating such a gale as soon as I can't possibly read the morning paper, I hope you're satisfied.
This gentle little spring zephyr? Surely you don't object to that?
Spring zephyr? I strongly suspect that somebody next door is cooking cabbage.
You're right, Watson. Absolutely right.
Don't tell me that you're going to deprive us of that delicious smell.
Right again, Watson. Better the elusive essence of our own familiar Phil and Harry than the bold foreign odor of our neighbour's cabbage. By the way, speaking of the morning paper, I wish you'd just glance through the articles on the front page and see which of England's famous masterpieces have been stolen during the night.
Holmes, you're roving.
Not all, my dear fellow. Our friend Moriarty has developed a new field of activity, relieving certain well-known English families of their inherited old masters.
What do you mean?
Paintings, my dear Watson, paintings. They can pick up from their frames, rolled up and secreted in a very small space. Yes? Moriarty, or rather his henchman, have been specializing in this field for almost a month, and today have acquired 11 famous paintings. The insurance companies are frantic. But, what does this morning's paper have to offer?
Just a minute, give me time. I'll just give me time. Let's have a look. Runaway horse in Piccadilly. Queen opens bazaar. Engagement of Lady Dolores Drumfield, Prince Leonard de Rathbone announced on the eve of daring burglary.
What?
Drumfield Leonard da Vinci stolen from library while guests make merry in his ballroom.
The Drumfield da Vinci gone? Why, that's the greatest masterpiece in England.
Of
Of course not. It was never publicly displayed. I doubt if they've even allowed it to be photographed.
Why all the secrecy?
Well, it is a curious story, Watson. It's supposed to be the portrait of the first Earl of Drumfield's Italian wife and came with her from Italy at the time of the marriage. 4 years later, she ran away with a handsome son of Romany and joined a band of wandering gypsies. The Earl was rather annoyed, as you may well imagine, but he refrained from destroying her portrait because, even at that time, it was considered valuable. Several visitors to Drumfield Castle have managed to see the picture, but no one has ever dared to bring up the subject of Mona Banner, as the picture's called.
How romantic.
Yes, quite. So, she finally disappeared in the night. Like the famous lady she portrayed.
Look here, Holmes. These stolen paintings. All are well known as a market for that sort of thing. Too bad. How can Professor Moriarty dispose of them with any profit?
My dear Watson, that is not as difficult as you might imagine. There are subtle and scrupulous millionaires who would give their eye teeth to have one of the great masterpieces in their possession. Yes, but very lucrative. However, I fancy our friend Moriarty is overstepping himself a bit this time. In fact, he's already made one misstep. Just one little misstep. Nothing for which I could lead him into a court of law. But it was more than he could well afford. It led me to his place of residence.
You mean that you actually seen him?
Not face to face, Watson, but I had a glimpse of him as he got into his carriage the day before yesterday. I strongly suspect he saw me, too.
Well, what do you look like?
He's extremely tall and thin. His forehead domes out with a white curve, and his eyes are sunken deeply in his head. No hair on his face, no hair whatever. Neither beard nor eyebrows. And I suspect his head is bald, too, but he wears a wig. His shoulders are rounded from much study, and his face protrudes forward, and his forehead slowly oscillating from side to side in a curious reptilian fashion. He has no eyelids in the ordinary sense, but now and then his eyeballs have obscured like those of a snake. How did you get in?
Dear man, I've been in possession of the key to your front door for some months now. I may add it's not the first time I've been in this room.
Oh, you sneaking, sniveling Watson, for heaven's sake. Stand back. Don't give it to me.
You know, Holmes, it's a dangerous habit to send your loaded firearms in the pocket of one's dressing gown.
Very well. I shall bring it out into the open where you can see it.
Mr. Holmes, you have raised greater development than I should have expected. What a pity.
Now, Professor Moriarty, I can spare you 2 minutes. If you have anything to say.
All that I have to say has already crossed your mind.
And my answer has probably crossed yours.
You stand fast.
Absolutely.
Now, let me see. Yes, you first crossed my path on the 4th of January, Mr. Holmes.
You stared at the Hindu in the basket.
On the 23rd, you incommoded me. By the middle of February, I was seriously inconvenienced by you. By the end of March, I may say I was even hampered.
Ah, yes. The waxworks affair.
Exactly. And now, in the middle of May, I find you actually trailing me about. Why, it almost amounts to persecution.
Yes. I hope you've noticed that.
A few moments at this rate, and I might even be in danger of losing my liberty. The situation is, of course, becoming quite impossible.
Indeed. Have you any suggestion to make?
You must drop it, Mr. Holmes. You really must, you know.
Oh, come now, Professor Moriarty.
My dear Mr. Holmes, I'm quite sure that a man of your intelligence will see there can be but one outcome to this affair. You must withdraw. I urge you to withdraw.
Very considerate of you, I'm sure.
You stand not only in my way, but in the way of my entire organization, the full extent of which you, with your cleverness, have been able to realize. Do you not satisfy, Mr. Holmes, or be trodden underfoot?
I'm afraid that in the pleasure of this conversation, I'm neglecting my other business. 2 minutes was up 30 seconds ago.
Don't be hasty, Mr. Holmes. I'll give you until tomorrow to think it over.
Very good of you. But I'm quite prepared to give you my answer now. Oh, what can you think of that is, will you?
No, John. Yes? Oh, yes. Thank you very much. It's a telegram for you, Holmes.
Well, see what it's about.
There you are. By George. Right.
What's it say?
I can't wait till I get my spectacles.
Here we are.
Confused to Vinci insured with us for £10,000. We are relying on you to find it. Lloyd.
You're not going to take the case, Mr. Holmes.
And why not?
Because it isn't safe.
Watson, take a message to Lloyd.
Yes, sir.
Delighted to accept the commission. We'll go down to Drunkfield Castle this afternoon. Signed Sherlock Holmes. There. I think that will serve to answer both you, Professor Moriarty, and Lloyd.
It does that indeed. But I promise you you'll never succeed, Mr. Holmes. I say your days are numbered. Still, if by some freak of destiny you should be responsible for my destruction, rest assured that I shall do as much to you.
You've paid me several compliments, Professor Moriarty. Let me pay you one in return. I will say that if I were assured of your destruction, I would gladly, in the interests of public safety, face my own.
I can promise you the one, Mr. Holmes, but not the other. Good day.
Last night,
I shall. Yes, it's a love match. It's ever was one. You always come on a morning there, some sly. It's got so I don't dare turn the corner. Mind coughing, too. It's got to be an attitude. And I coughed so much now, Eddie was scared that I was coming down with the
Yes. You were saying that Lady Jolly had something to do with this room being closed up after the robbery.
That she did, sir. Said that that's what they did in mystery stories, to preserve the clues. She doesn't know
Quite right. Yes, that's good.
Well, Hopkins, how did you happen to come into this room and discover the picture was missing? I thought it was never open during festivities.
Well, they used to run with all the entertainment goes on down on the wing opposite. That's where the ballroom is.
Here?
Yes, it was like this. I was coming down this here hall with a tray full of cakes in the air. The maids where, oh dear, the braces broke loose.
Very embarrassing.
Yes, sir. So I pops in here to fix it.
Well, then,
The first thing I see is that empty spot on that there wall where she used to hang. Mona's on it, I mean, sir. Well, it don't look right to me. So I run quick to the window, and there I see that ladder propped up against the windowsill like it is now. And the gig driving away like the devil itself was after it over that long hill.
Yes,
So then I let out a yell that would wake up the dead.
Yes.
And they all come running in here.
Yes, and covered everything with fingerprints. So this criminal didn't leave any. They're no good to any of us.
Didn't anyone try to overtake the man in the gate?
Oh, that they did. But the minute you come to the forest, there's so many paths. You might get lost sometimes. And I don't stick to the main road, you see. Well, they found the frame, lying at the bottom of the mill pond. You couldn't see it, all gold and big as a table.
Yes.
But the picture wasn't in it.
Cut out, eh?
Yes, sir. At least that's what they tell me. Now, of course,
was this window shut or open when you came into the room?
Why, it was shut, sir. They always shut it in the evening. Master's orders. He's very strict.
I don't know if the burglar knew about that. Or if he was just naturally considerate.
That's Charlie. It's possible difference in making the windows open or shut.
Hopkins, did anyone go out and look at the ladder from the outside?
Oh, no, sir. You see, it was raining like a flood. Only the young gentleman that went off to the gig.
Yes.
What, sir, they didn't
Yes, then that line of footprints down there in the drying mud must have been made by the criminal himself.
I don't see any footprints, sir.
There's rather shaky indentations to the right, Watson. And the rain has pretty thoroughly destroyed them. What pity. Yes, all we can see is that there are two lines of footprints. One made from the sea. One coming and one going away. The second are much deeper. The frame has been very heavy. Now, Hopkins, will you tell Lord Brumfield that I'd like to speak to him here in this room if it's convenient?
Oh, very good, sir. That's very much if you'll come.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes, sir. You see, he was anxious about this unfortunate occurrence. It shouldn't make any difference about Lady Dolly.
Yes, I know that. I understand about Lady Dolly.
Yes, of course. Well, he says the police can come and investigate all they ever mind. That's what he said, yes. And even the rest of them, they're just going to pretend it never happened, and they don't want to hear any more about it.
Well, suppose you tell him, because if he doesn't come, I shall have to advise Lloyd against taking this insurance.
Yes, sir. Yes, oh, by the way, I must tell you about those...
That's Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, Lord Brumfield. I'm acting on behalf of Lloyd's, the insurance company.
Hopkins tells me you have some questions to ask me.
I have, if you'll be good enough to come in and shut the door. Yes, I'm sure that it will be advisable in the end.
Well, if you say so.
Now then, Lord Brumfield, is there anything missing from this room besides the Monovan, as I think she was called?
Certainly not.
You seem very positive, Lord Brumfield. This room is filled with knickknacks, with jade snuff box, that ivory statue, the set of crystal scent bottles, any one of which could have easily been slipped into the pocket of a thief and converted to quite a tidy little sum, and yet you say nothing was missing.
Oh, no, well, that's... I haven't looked very carefully.
Now, a jade snuff box, for instance. You'll be ready to swear that it's the one that always stands on your desk?
Well, yes, of course, but...
Examine it closely. Jade is easily imitated, you know. You are convinced that it's not a copy of the original?
No. Jade is a hobby of mine. I can tell him by the way it feels. The surface, you know.
I see. Thank you. I'll put it back.
Look, surely you can take those Brumfield's word for it. He's a jade than you do. Why are you examining it through the magnifying glass? This is reply. Their alarms or conveniences of that sort, because they considered it about good.
And now it's gone. All you're able to realize is £10,000. What you didn't sell it before this happened? Surely you could sustain several times that amount for it.
So you're wrong.
Oh, indeed?
Yes, you see, that portrait was in chair. It was part of the estate, like the house, and used to run in grass. Each heir to the Brumfield title has the use of them while he lives, but at his death they must be turned over intact to the next in line. It is because I understand for dealing off one's income, not even touch the capital.
But in this case, there was very little income. Am I right, Lord Brumfield? That's why you did it.
That is and I understand.
Yes, I think you do. The Da Vinci was stolen from this house with the help of someone on the inside. And that person was you.
Mr. Holmes, I was...
Remember that I'm not a member of the official police force. If I were, I'd be obliged to charge you here and now and have you removed to jail.
Well, it is unspeakable that I should have thought.
As it is, my only interest is that Lloyd shall not be obliged to pay the insurance money. I'm in no way concerned if a country gentleman wishes to rob himself. That is, as long as it's not at the expense of my client.
Tell you I didn't do it. It's preposterous. Oh, it's terrible. I must have the insurance money. You can't prove anything.
That's where you're wrong again. If you'll come here a moment, I think I can prove it to you. Now then, get out of that window. The ladder by which the painting was removed is still here, as are also the footprints of your accomplice coming and going through the mud. You will notice that the rungs of the ladder are caked with mud where he placed his boots. The mud stops on the third rung from the top. And there's none in the room. Therefore, Moriarty's man did not enter the house.
I can see that. But, oh, why suspect me? Why not one of the servants or the guests? The house is full of people,
right. But only one man left the print of his thumb high up on the wall as he stood on the library ladder to remove the painting, and that thumbprint corresponds exactly to the one that you just made on this little jade box.
Oh,
Hadn't I put the painting down from his hook, and it was the man who was waiting at the top of the ladder, and from force of habit, closed the window after him. That was the most damning clue of the lot. That closed window. Can you imagine a thief weighed down with a very heavy painting, 6 by 4 in size, and teetering back and forth on the top of a rickety ladder? Can you imagine the gentleman lightly holding this treasure in one hand, while with the other he considerately closed a hidden window, which moreover is in the habit of sticking?
All right. What should I do? These proud Italian-handed and sits on the marriage certificate. It's my only child, Mr. Holmes. Day after day I've kept in this big barracks of the castle, and such a good paler and paler. But I decided to take matters into my own hands. I don't regret it. I'll do it again tomorrow. My only trouble is that I was found out.
I sympathize with you, Lord Dunfield. I'll admit that now and then I have regretted my remarkable power of observation. By the way, can you give me a description of the man who carried off the painting? I don't suppose you know his name.
No, I'm afraid I don't. She was tall, thin, small, bullet-shaped face, jaw, and close-cut hair.
Scar leading to his left ear?
Why, yes.
I thought so. Cannonball Charlie. Well, Lord Dunfield, I think we should be able to at least recover your Monavana for you.
I don't want to. I never want to see that face again. I couldn't bear to see Monavana looking down on my daughter. Broken romance.
Broken romance? I've seen him that, Lord Dunfield.
I just explained it.
Yes, I understand. But I may be able to arrange even that. You see, after all, I'm not a member of the official police.
These here, Mr. Babington, Sherlock Holmes and Cannonball Charlie, and his past history. We arranged to have a painting sold sub rosa to an American connoisseur millionaire. A painting sold sub rosa to an American connoisseur millionaire. And Mr. Dolly received a dowry worth many times 10,000 pounds.
Thank you, Dr. Watson. In exactly 30 seconds, the doctor will give you the highlights of next week's adventure. In the meantime, here are a few highlights for today.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
David's Bridal, where brides and bridesmaids get fabulously dressed. We let our friends pick out what we wear, show off our dance moves, obsess over every little detail, hold your hand through it all, smile bravely when it's time to let go. Make your dreams come true. The things we do for love. Only at David's Bridal.